Hey guys, today we're diving into one of the hottest topics in Street Outlaws, the unstoppable potential of Kye Kelley's Can't Get Right Camaro heading into the 2025 season of speed promotions. Could this be the fastest car on the track? Will Kye finally dominate No Prep Kings? Let's break it down. When it comes to pure speed and power, few cars in the Street Outlaws universe can even come close to Kye Kelley's Can't Get Right. This third-gen Camaro has already shattered expectations, running some of the fastest times ever recorded on No Prep Kings. But the question everyone is asking is, will 2025 be Kelley's year to take over the game? The numbers don't lie. Kelley's Camaro has already blasted into the 3.50s, a feat that no other No Prep Kings car has managed. Even more insane? He did it at 92% overdrive on a 36-inch tire, and that was just on a prep track. This means the car still has a ton of untapped potential waiting to be unleashed on no prep surfaces. Now, let's talk about the real advantage here. The supercharged screw blower setup on Can't Get Right is an absolute beast. While most other racers are pushing their ProCharger setups to the limit, Kelley still has room to turn it up even more. If he cranks that blower up to 128% overdrive, we're looking at an extra 4,500 horsepower. Yes, you heard that right. Thousands more horsepower at his fingertips. And in bad air or tricky track conditions, that's a game changer. Now, let's keep it real, 2024 wasn't exactly smooth sailing for Kye. Despite having what many consider the fastest car in the game, he struggled with consistency on the no-prep surface. And that's the key, having the fastest car doesn't mean much if you can't hook up and win races. But here's the exciting part, Kye knows what went wrong, and he's making serious changes to turn it around. Tire swap. Last season, he was stuck on a 34.5-inch tire, which limited his ability to put down power efficiently. Moving to a 36-inch tire is a huge deal. It means better traction, more stability, and ultimately, more wins. More power at his disposal. Unlike his 2024 setup, Kye now has the ability to turn up the blower whenever needed. If the track conditions are tough, he can compensate by cranking up the boost, giving him an edge over the competition. Lessons from Jangalang. Let's not forget about Jangalang, Kye's other car, which has been super consistent in 275 small tire events. Seeing how well Jangalang handles power could give Kye new tuning strategies for Can't Get Right. Now, let's throw a wild idea into the mix. What if Jangalang becomes Kye's main No Prep Kings car? Think about it. While Can't Get Right is lighter and insanely fast, Jangalang has more wheelbase, more stability, and proven consistency. If Kye decides to put a 36-inch tire on Jangalang and crank up the blower, he could have a car that's not just fast, but also reliable enough to win week after week. Would he really swap cars for the season? Probably not, but it's an interesting thought. One thing's for sure, both of Kye's cars have serious championship potential in 2025. While Kye's Camaro is looking like the car to beat, we can't ignore the rest of the field. ProCharger cars are still super competitive, especially with some teams running lockup transmissions and new nitrous-assisted setups. But here's the catch, those setups add complexity and potential tuning headaches. And if there's one thing we've learned from past seasons, too many moving parts can lead to inconsistency. On the other hand, Kye keeps it simple and effective. He's got a lightweight car, a proven engine combo, and more power than he knows what to do with. If the track is good, he'll have a serious advantage over just about everyone. If there's one thing we know about Kye Kelley, it's that he never backs down from a challenge. Last season didn't go the way he wanted, but that doesn't mean he's out of the game. In fact, it might be just the fuel he needs to come back stronger than ever. Kelley's been working on dialing and Can't Get Right for maximum efficiency on no prep tracks, and if he's able to perfect his tuning and driving strategy, we could be looking at one of the most dominant seasons in NPK history. But what's standing in his way? For starters, the competition is evolving. Teams are getting smarter, faster, and more aggressive with their tuning. The ProCharger setups are becoming more refined, and guys like Ryan Martin, Justin Swanstrom, and Scott Taylor aren't just going to let Kelley run away with the title. They're bringing the heat, and Kelley has to be ready for a battle every single round. Another major factor? The unpredictability of no prep racing. Unlike prep drag strips, where traction is consistent and teams can dial in their setups with precision, no prep tracks are a whole different beast. The conditions change race to race, even run to run, making it one of the most challenging motorsports in the world. That's why Kelley's ability to adjust on the fly will be critical to his success. Then there's the pressure of expectations. With so many people saying Kelley has the most potential, the spotlight is on him to deliver. And let's be real, the fans want to see him win. There's nothing more exciting than watching a driver who's been knocking on the door of greatness finally break through. If he can start stacking up wins early in the season, it could set the tone for a dominant championship run. Now, let's talk about the psychological game. In drag racing, confidence is everything. If Kelley starts winning, it's not just about the points, it's about getting in his opponent's heads. The moment other drivers start to second-guess themselves, he's already won half the battle. But if he struggles early on, that doubt can creep into his own mind, making every round tougher. The key? Staying focused, staying aggressive, and trusting his team. And speaking of his team, let's not forget the people behind the scenes. Drag racing isn't just about the driver, it's about the crew chiefs, the tuners, and the entire support system that keeps the car performing at its best. Kelley's got some of the best minds in the business working with him, and if they can stay ahead of the curve, they'll give him the edge he needs to dominate. There's also the question of strategy. Will Kelley push the limits of his screw-blown setup every race, or will he take a more conservative approach in early rounds to save his car for later in the competition? The best drivers know when to turn it up and when to hold back, and that balance will be key to his success in 2025. And let's not forget, this isn't just about Kelley winning races. It's about his legacy. If he can prove that Can't Get Right is the most dominant car on the circuit, he cements his status as one of the greatest to ever do it. But if he falls short again, the critics will start asking if he truly has what it takes to win a championship. So here's the bottom line, 2025 is make or break for Kye Kelley. The potential is there. The car is fast. The team is strong. But can he put it all together? Can he turn raw speed into consistent, race-winning performance? We're about to find out. One thing's for sure, this season is going to be one for the history books. Whether Kelley dominates or struggles, it's going to be an absolute thrill to watch. So if you're ready for some of the most intense No Prep Kings action ever, stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and let's get ready for a wild ride.